Confess and realize. Take one. What's up, tribe? It's Jay on Confess and Realize, a collection of revelations that lead to the realization of the authentic self. Let's get it going with a good quote from my one love my one true love, Pinterest. Pinterest, I love you. The creators of Pinterest, I love you. I love Pinterest. And I found one of 1,000,001 amazing quotes that I felt resonated so beautifully with a lot of us, a lot of the pain that we all carry inside of us. And the source is Homebody Club. I got it from my quotes board on Pinterest, but it comes from Homebody Club. So, Homebody Club, much appreciation to you for putting these gems out there. You are too fly for this. It says, in order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. I love that. Really puts, I feel, a big emphasis on gratitude for the negative experiences, quote unquote, on that, and the positive experiences, quote unquote, on that. But take a moment to reflect on those words. How do you feel? In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. What images come to your mind? What emotions do you feel, and where do you feel them in your body? Write it down. Talk to someone that you feel safe with, emotionally, spiritually, intimately. You know, this is a beautiful, I feel, discussion quote. One that can really lead to a beautiful discussion between two partners, romantic partners, friendship, mother-daughter, father-son, father-daughter, mother-son, anybody, siblings, anyone. In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. That's Too Fly, Homebody Club. Much love to you, much appreciation to you, and gratitude to the universe. And thank you so much, Tribe, for tuning in to Confess and Realize. Take one. Let's get it. Question: what are you resisting in life? Well, I'm at a period of my spiritual journey where I am really intricately focused on detaching from my ego. It's been like the star of my life. It feels for the past 2 months. I would say solid 2 months now. Solid. And it's been a lovely process, honestly. One that I can say has had its ups and downs, yes. Yes. A lot of figuring it out and going over things over and over and over and over and over. But each time coming to different nuggets of information that deepen the connection between me and myself and all the different components of who I am. What are you resisting in life? I resist letting go No, I should say I resisted, because now I feel that I don't resist. I am allowing space to do that. But before, when I realized I was not allowing space to do that, um, I found myself not really wanting to let go of the different ways of thinking that I had as far as belief systems. There were different ways of thinking that I had. For example, one that I recently just tore down was one that carried over from me from when I was also practicing Christianity, was that God is punishing me. The universe is punishing me. The universe loves to give me a lot to see me break. Before, when I was a Christian, it was God. And then that carried over even in my spirituality, on my spiritual journey. No, I don't believe in God in the same sense, but it's crazy how there's still so many overlappings, and I can still feel the remnants of the versions of me that believed in Christianity and practiced Christianity still there. And so again, this is a process with the ego, because the ego will tell me that there's something wrong with that. My ego, I will sit there and I will listen to her, and she will say, why are you still attached to that? If you say that you're not attached to that, why are you still think like that? But I asked myself, what are you resisting? And I think I started to see, when I just sat there with that question, I started to see that I think I resist allowing myself just to kind of let things fade away. Maybe it doesn't always just kind of, with a snap of a finger, disappear. This finger don't snap. This hand don't snap well. It don't. Not compared to this one. Boy, this one will jump off. But, damn. Hold on. But I found myself, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, what is it? What is it with this? And I'm like, maybe I'm not allowing myself to just let it fade. It doesn't have to go away like that. It doesn't have to go away just because I said, okay, I'm done with that. Wash my hands of it. It's over. Actually, that's just kind of not really, I feel, even if you look at the cycle of your life. If I look at my life, if I zoom the hell out and I look at my life overall, that's not how life goes either. Yeah, life does have kind of like some sudden things that change, like if you get a new job or whatnot. But for the most part, life just kind of always seemed like slow phases into different phases, cycles and transformations over and over. And you don't really notice that you're in a different phase until you enter a different phase, if you're not aware, I should say. Some ways we can keep track of different phases. For example, I think when I was younger, a way that I kept track of different phases of my life was with my school years. Starting a new school year was always really, really big for me, really important for me. I would build myself up, build up so much momentum and excitement and anticipation for the year to come. And it was a great way for me to kind of try to wash away whatever I was holding on to the year before. I would use that as the excuse, like, it's a new year, new school year, let's go, let's get started. And why can't we do that? Why can't you just allow it to wash away, Jaya? Why does it have to go away completely? Like, when you feel it flare up, when you feel yourself flare up on those limiting beliefs, why can't you just allow it to just sit where it's at? And observe yourself in that moment of seeing that it's still there, it's still lingering. How does it feel inside of you? How do you feel in this new space that you are in with yourself, with this old limiting belief that is still trying to hold on, that is still lingering around? How do you feel with that? And maybe there is a way to completely just cut all that shit out. I'm not on that part of my life yet in my journey. Cause right now I'm learning that I just have to woosah off of it. Like it just felt like I was putting a high expectation on myself to release things that I'm like, well, maybe you're not ready. And if you're not ready, what can you really do about that? It is what it is. On that, like it's nothing you can't force yourself. It's like when you get over a breakup, and I realized that in that I am one of those people that I have that tendency to want to rush the bad parts, to rush the bad feelings. And I started to see that in myself, and then I started to see it in others as well too, where we all really just want to hurry up and get through tough times of life. But in doing that, it's like in trying to rush it, you escape it, and you really don't allow yourself to slow down and sit with it. It just wants to be heard. It just wants you to listen. It just wants to be seen. It just wants you to know that it existed inside of you, that I was here, that at one point in time, you believed in me, and this version of you existed. This version of you lived under this belief. Because I don't know, maybe it's just the sentimental cancer in me, but I am so attached to so many parts of myself. It's crazy. And it'd be like I see it on so many levels, so intricately. And now it feels like so clearly. The clarity is on a whole nother level. I see like the attachments to beliefs. Like I mourn even beliefs. I have to mourn them because I be really hurt. Like, that's done. I'm that because I'm serious. Like I really be hurt. And that's okay. I'm not judging myself. It's just that I crack myself up because even in the moment, all these different, damn, I hit that mug. But all these different, these different parts of me are still like, I don't I'll be really cracking myself up, but crying and just going through a lot. But we getting through there, so I love it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful process. I love myself and I love my processes, but they are hilarious to me. Being a human is funny. It's just like I watch myself and it's humorous. It's just like you really are hurt because you got to let go of this belief that's not serving you no more. And the ego is, I got to mourn it. It is. And you're, these versions of you, we'll get mad at them when they're running amok, right? That's where we hold that self-hatred, self-resentment. And that's where we get caught up in cycles and patterns of self-destruction because we are resisting allowing space for these versions of ourselves to exist presently. They're essentially all your children. They're all your kids. And they all want your attention. And they're all going to continue to act out until you stop resisting giving them space to sit with you and talk with you and be felt by you. You are the man in the relationship. These versions of you want you to come and make love to them. They want you to come and reassure them and lead the relationship and say, come here, baby. Come sit with me. Come talk to me. Come on, what's wrong? I hear you. And they want you to come and be their mother and say, oh, what's wrong? What happened? What happened? Tell me about it. And it's that serious. It's truly that serious. If you think I'm joking, I'm not. And maybe, again, everyone's experience is different. So I do speak in my own experience, but I will say the more that I really allow myself to carry those different roles, I don't resist. Whatever I need is who I be. I don't care. I don't care. If I need a preacher, I be a preacher for myself. Sometimes, hell, shit. Sometimes I just need, if I need to be my man for a minute and really give myself, like, I love you, you are sexy, I do that. I do whatever I gotta do to get myself through whatever I gotta get through, because I love myself and I deserve that. I deserve that. I'm a goddess and I deserve whatever in life I want. So providing these space to connect with those versions of you that you usually resist, right? You usually repress. You're usually always saying there's no space for you here. There's no room for you here. Why are you here? Why are you run? Why are you? I don't want to feel you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to own you. I want to continue to not hold myself accountable for my own pain and my own healing, because this is how you get on your healing journey, is by holding yourself accountable for those patterns and habits that you have that do not serve you. Taking a good look in the mirror and showing yourself some tough love. I said tough love, tough love, tough love. Being a tough lover, I promise you, I feel so misunderstood in society. A lot of people think I'm mean, I'm an asshole, I'm a beware, but I'm tough. I hold you accountable. And I hold people accountable because I hold myself accountable, because I love myself. I love you. And I believe that we all deserve to hold ourselves accountable for who we say we are, and then our behaviors, emotions, and thoughts. And the alignment between those two, our values and our behaviors, emotions, and thoughts, will say one thing. People talk a lot about who they are, but then they don't get the behavior, emotions, and thoughts to align. What? And, I get it. People say, well, that's just the way of the world. I don't believe in just saying that. I don't believe in that. We can do something about that. We can change it. We only do that because inside a part of us feels that it's not safe for us to admit that we're scared, we don't understand, we lost, we're confused. I'm scared, I don't understand, I'm lost, I be confused. That's okay. We all are. Like, we're together in this. You don't have to resist being real about that. Putting on a front like you big badass or you got it figured out. Nobody has it figured out. Not even the most richest person in this world. I mean, they got some shit figured out, don't get me wrong. But inside, maybe they really don't got it figured out either. I don't know. Sometimes I think that, again, that may be, I'm very, very empathetic, but I try to put myself in the mind of my greatest enemy. And my ideal of who my greatest enemy is, I wonder, inside they must still have an inner child that is scared and lost and feels alone and worried and confused. And nevertheless, I can connect with you on that. Now, that don't mean that I am not going to put down boundaries, right? Because I hold myself accountable. So I know that I cannot allow my empathy to be greater than my boundaries. However, it doesn't mean that I can't show compassion to you. I say that. And this is something that we all resist, again, as a human, as a humanity, as a race. Yeah, we different colors, and I'll tell you right now, you already know I'm pro all day, but I still have grown a lot in my maturity and understanding the way this whole shit supposed to go. And we all human at the end of the day. We're not here to try to overrule or overpower each other. We're here to try to work together to make life enjoyable for each other. And for some reason, we really hold on to this belief that we just cannot do that. We resist allowing space. We resist allowing space, not only for ourselves on an individual level, but for others. Hell, I feel it inside of me all the time. All the time. You know, for sake of being vulnerable right now, please, this is a safe space. Don't come on this month judge me. I feel that way. I work at a job sometimes where it is a language barrier. And I get frustrated. And I get really frustrated in that moment. And I have grown so much. This job has taught me so much about working with people that come from different backgrounds, different customs, different rituals, different language cultures. It really taught me about learning to overcome the ego, which will create so much resistance inside in that moment, to being compassionate and being empathetic and being caring and just being just a human, and saying, I can try to have some patience. I can practice some patience. I can be real with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be real. I'm authentic. I can't hide. You getting on my nerves. You getting on my nerves. But I got you. I'm gonna work with you. And you use your discretion with this, of course. Learn how to use your gift of discernment. But this is an example of a moment of where I feel resistance, where my ego wants to resist allowing myself to show compassion to someone else. So if I do it if I do it in that scenario, then I know I damn sure do it with me. I'm sure there are then parts of me that feel like, can we get some compassion? Can we get some of your love? But then I'll give it to somebody that mistreat me. Whoa. I don't resist letting people in my life that disrespect me. Shows that there's a belief system again in there that needs to be conquered. What are you resisting in life? Do you resist allowing yourself to express who you are and your truth? I feel like I struggle with that really hard in high school. To all my teenagers that's out there listening, my little sister, she starts her freshman year this year. I love you. And she's so fly. She's going to be the shit. But know that you get everything you want in life. Everything. And I do mean everything. I mean everything, baby girl. Everything, baby boy. If you stay true to who you are. And I know you may be thinking, I don't even know who I am. Well, if you don't know who you are, ask yourself. Ask yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with journaling. That shit's cool as hell. It's fly as hell. Poetry, art, drawing, going skating, finding things that you love to do that express who you are. You will find them. You'll know. Those moments where time just goes away and you just like, I could do that forever. I don't even think about nothing else when I'm in that. Start there. Start wherever comes to your mind when you ask yourself, who am I? Start with wherever. Damn. Start with whatever comes to your mind when you ask yourself, who am I? Man, when I was that age, I struggled so hard with trying to understand myself. I was just reading some journal entries from my high school years. Man, I was so confused and I was so scared and so like, I wanted to be liked so bad. I wanted everybody. I'm a Leo sun too, y'all. Boy. Oh my God. I wanted to be liked. I wanted to be liked. I wanted to be the cool girl, the girl that everybody messed with, the girl that all the dudes wanted to be with. And I was such a sad girl, emo girl, because I felt like I was the exact opposite. And I would be so hurt. And I'm like, when I was reading all of that, and girl, I already know I'm crying. And I'm crying, and I'm just sitting here like, oh my God, I've grown so much. Like, and I also couldn't help but be like, wow, like, to think at that time that all it took was for me to just change my perspective. I was too busy thinking that I had to earn their love. I've never thought for a moment that maybe, just maybe, that just by being myself, I already was everything that I needed to be. I wasn't thinking that. I wasn't. I was really focused on that I was a problem and that needed to be fixed. And I was inadequate and I wasn't enough. And the growth that came from this whole experience was phenomenal. It's been a journey that I cannot, I talk to my mom about my experiences in life, and sometimes we have our clashes over these conversations, but I swear to her, if she's listening now, mama, and everyone ever that's tuning in, when I tell you I am so grateful for my journey in life, every hardship, every heartache, every pain, every grief, every loss, every moment of despair, of loneliness, of isolation, of solitude, of desperation, of anxiety, of depression, every moment of feeling all of this and everything in between, I am so grateful, so humbly and so deeply and so eternally grateful, because who I am now, baby, I love myself. So why would I ever hate on my experiences? That shit shaped me. Everything still had to go the way it had to go to be for me to turn out the way I am. And I love who I am for choosing to take what I went through and create such a beauty. And so I say that to say that this is a choice that each and every one of us have the power to create. To create and to make. It's not something that some people get and some people don't. Some people, no, it's just something that some people do. Some people choose to say, I want to heal and find and move in my purpose and connect with my authentic self and move my life from there. And then some people continue to wander around in life, searching and searching and searching and searching and running and running and running and running, and not owning their experience, owning their life. They're so busy resenting and being bitter about what happened to them. I hear you on that. That shit was messed up. You right, you deserve better. But know that you can take that pain and that suffering and that despair and that grief and that loss, and you can take that and you can turn that into strength. It can make you stronger, or you can use it to destroy yourself. That's your choice. That's your choice. That's your choice. And so many people walk around here, they mad at everybody else. You mad at the world. You hate it. You hate it. Stop being a hater. You fly. You just don't know. You just don't know it. You fly. Shut that shit up. Stop. Cut it out. You don't have to go around hating and being jealous. You don't have to. You don't have to. You just got to go sit with the parts of you that you say you're so scared of, the parts of you that you're like, I don't want to deal with that. It's okay. And if you're like, all it takes is for you to just start with one question. Who am I? When I tell you there is something in our souls, each and every one of our souls, that yearns desperately to be expressed. You call to it, it will answer to you, because it is always calling to you. You just keep running from it. But you can't run yourself, so you either stay on the hamster wheel or you grow. It's your choice. Stay fly, tribe. All right, tribe. That brings Confess and Realize Take 1 to an end. I want to go ahead and open the question to you guys. What are you resisting in life? I asked it about 1,000,000 times in a video. But really, though, ask yourself that and really ponder that question. Reflect on it. Allow yourself to flip it around in your head. And don't rush. Don't judge yourself for what answers come to you. What comes to you is what comes to you. It's your truth. It's who you are. So what? But ask yourself, and if you're open to it, allow yourself to create space for someone else and ask them and create a dialogue. Sometimes we just need to create dialogues between each other, safe dialogues between each other. And that can be hard to do if you haven't created a safe space to converse with yourself, right? So definitely take the time to reflect on this, tribe. What are you resisting in life? I want to close out with some affirmations for you, tribe, to use in your own time for yourself. I express my truth. I create my own reality. I am present and aware. I am the cosmic force that wields the universal energy to manifest my desires. I exist in alignment with the Most High Supreme. Thank you, tribe, again so much for tuning in to this take. Be sure to comment, repost, and share the wisdom. Take care of yourself. Stay fly. Peace and love, tribe.